I do it because I'm crazy like everybody else in CrossFit.
Because I'm crazy. And I'm really crazy about it.
Because I'm crazy.
And I'm crazy too.
Hey guys, I'm here with all the crazies.
And this is FSMRX.
Need a kit? Kitbox has got you covered. Proud sponsors of the FSMRX show.
How can I be as strong as these women?
It's going to be harder. So hey guys, welcome to FSMRX, and as I'm trying to become as strong as these women, our show is aptly titled How to Become Womanly Strong, and we've got 5 of the top girls down here today: athletes, coaches, bloggers, and bodybuilders, crossfitters, weightlifters, and we're just going to talk about what it takes to be a top female athlete, a top female coach, and how to inspire young up-and-coming women with self-confidence. So ladies, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
More enthusiastic.
Thank you.
So to start off, so we got the 5 of you down here, and you're all very accomplished in your own right. So like I know Donna, you've been kickboxing and boxing, and Ursula's weightlifting and competing in the Filthy 150 this year.
Hoping to.
Is this your first comp?
Yeah.
Cool.
I haven't done anything like that before, so yeah. Hopefully. We'll see.
No problem. Good stuff.
Do it now.
Why did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just move around, and this even behind the camera. And hopefully she does it right this time. So in regards to kind of obviously we named it, the title of this is How to Become Womanly Strong. For you, when you first started in training, what was it like for you? Was it general gym, or going running 5K, or was it dieting, or what was kind of where you started?
When I was a baby?
Well, not a baby, but well, sure. Yeah, but like, you know, when people start off in fitness, like people say, oh, well, CrossFit's too hard or weightlifting's too much and stuff like that. So for you, like where, like you started with kickboxing a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like since I was maybe 17. So
Yeah.
after having done that for years, like I suppose I just was looking for a new challenge.
Yeah.
And definitely found that in CrossFit. I just couldn't get enough of it, basically.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And like when it comes to, you know, you always get like we get it here, like we're a female dominant facility, but we always get, oh, CrossFit's too hard, it's going to make you bulky and this and that. So how have you found that with people you work with, like coaching and stuff like that?
Well, initially I got into it because I was tiny. I think
Yeah.
that's why I got into the whole blogging side of things. I was, I think, 47 or 48 kilos, and I was always getting the whole, you know, you're disgustingly skinny and
Yeah.
you look like sick the whole time, and comments. And now at the moment I'm getting the whole don't get too big. That's it. I think everyone kind of gets that. So I'm just trying to prove them all wrong. Like I'm still tiny, like I'm 60 kilos now, but I'm still small.
Well, from 48 to 60.
Yeah, 12 kilos is the
improvement.
difference. Now, I'm still looking at scales, kind of freaking out on and off, I'm not gonna lie. But I just think it's so empowering. I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
And
Makes you love your body.
yeah, that's it.
And
You
this-
know what you can do.
For different reasons, yeah.
And the scales thing tends to be a big thing. It's like
Yeah.
with guys, well, like mainly with women that
it's
we
just
find
implanted in women.
with some of
Yeah.
our clients. Yeah.
It's a huge thing,
Isn't it?
with the women, the scales. Oh, but
Freak out.
I don't want to get big and bulky, and then you go, I jumped on the scales and I weigh like 10, they'll always want to weigh in stones.
Yeah,
I say,
yeah,
weigh
yeah.
yourself in kilos, and then that, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you just have to address it, like, you know, the more muscle you build, the less your body fat. So you kind of have to find a balance of where you're about, like, going into weights and stuff like that. I think as Ursula said it's the most empowering thing for a woman to be strong, to actually look in the mirror and say, well, I love my body. You know, I love the way I look, even in a bra and knickers.
And you love what it can
You
do.
know, and especially for me as an older woman, like I will be 46 in 2 weeks' time. And for me to actually look in the mirror and say, I've had 4 kids, and my body is actually better than it was when I was 20 years of age. You know, so I'm obviously doing something that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously proving to women that, okay, if I can do it, then you can do it. And well, if he can do it, you know. So you challenge yourself every day, but like it's getting those people to actually believe that it actually does work. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, I mean, we find that trying to transition people into like picking up a bar. Like on day 1 when we teach deadlift, pick up the bars. It's so heavy. And then we get them to always deadlift 40, and then we're going to pick up your bar and put it away. It's a lot lighter. Then you get them to go pick up a 16 kilo kettlebell. Oh my God, it's so heavy. It's like you just deadlift 40.
It's a clever way of tricking it.
And you kind of have to trick, even with the guys as well. But you have, like, we find a lot more because we have more female clients that like we got like in our boot camps and stuff like kettlebells. Oh yeah, I have 5 kilo kettlebells, like too heavy. You know, it's not. You came in with a handbag, probably.
I actually use that in our women's class because I teach the women's class. I coach a women's class 4 or 5 times a week at home, and like that. Oh, I don't want to get big and bulky, and you give them a kettlebell, and like when we deadlift, and there's a deadlift in one of the classes during the week, I'd say go get the red, and they say how heavy is the red, and I'd say it's 24 and it's really 32, and they pick it up. Oh, this feels really, and 5 minutes later, then you're looking at them doing it. You know.
So I don't think people actually realise how hard it is to put on weight.
Yeah.
Like I was, I'd say, a year and a half trying to put on that weight. And I was eating all the time, training like 5 times a week, and it took a lot of work.
It is harder.
And I'm still trying.
It's harder too. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Hard gainers are like we've worked with some
It's
guys.
so
and
hard.
against some
I
girls,
can
and
remember being 28 years old and being about 6 stone 10.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. There you
So
go.
like you're talking,
Look back now,
I've weight trained for like 10 years before I did CrossFit, 3 years solid before I actually came into CrossFit. Again, like yourself, looking for a challenge, you know, what can I do? I was following bodybuilding.com, changing my program up every week, and then I met this guy in the gym, oh, you love this, and I tried it, and here I am 5 years later.
Incredible,
You know,
isn't it?
but like it's so good for your body, and it's really good for your
So good
mental,
for
your
your mind.
mental and your mind.
I think that's more than anything. It's your mind.
Well, that's a huge thing that
Such
we've,
confidence
we've
booster.
seen lately is mindset. You know, I follow a lot of motivational guys and Headspace and all that stuff. But mindset is huge, and that is the kind of big thing that I think a lot of coaches are trying to influence their clients with now. That they're trying to get them right. You come in like, why do you want to lose weight? Oh, and to be honest, when we anytime we talk to a new client, it's always the same thing. We get why? Oh, because I want to lift. Like you get people they try and tell me what they want to hear. Well, I want to hear. Oh, I want to do back squat 100 kilos. Okay. Why do you want to do that? Because
you want me to do
it. Whether you back squat 100 kilos or not, it's irrelevant to me. But when we get to the point, I want to look good. And I want to look in the mirror and go,
and feel good.
Kind of thing. Like you want to look at yourself and go, and be happy with it. Like we're starting a new thing with clients, and they have to take photos every Friday. And one client was like, I'm not taking a photo. I don't do photos. I said, well, then you can't do the program. But I want to do the program. Take the photo. I don't take photos. You're not doing the program. Why do you want to take a photo? It's not for me.
It's for yourself to see
Not
how
for
you
me. I don't need to see it. Like, you just have to take it yourself. And you can lie to me and tell me you took it, and then, but it won't empower you if you don't. But like get onto that. So like, as you were saying, like lifting weights is very empowering, and then you've gone bodybuilding and extreme. Like so you've leaned down. How did you find that way from the reaction from other CrossFit and just other general women? Just kind of, you're so lean, you're so ripped, you're so shredded. Because you were saying earlier that even when you start kind of gaining a little body fat, you're like, you're so lean. You're like, no, I'm not that lean.
And I feel like an asshole. I'm like, no, I'm not that lean, you know, fluffy. After the show, been eating. No, the reaction from women's been mixed. A lot of people are like, it's not, actually men as well, actually more men than women. They're like, oh, I don't like how you look, you know, really ripped. It's not, you know, it looks,
it's not
female. It's not female, it looks masculine, it's unhealthy, la 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 la. And you get all of that, and you're like, geez, I worked really hard for this.
I think they don't realise how hard you work for it.
What you put into it.
Men will always come back, they want curves.
And then they're like, oh, I put on weight after the show, and they're like, oh, you look better now, you look healthier. And I do look a little bit healthier, but I worked hard for that, and it was a certain goal. And that is it was a goal.
Yeah, and
people always have opinions though.
Yeah.
I've
It's
seen
their
women on
opinion.
your
They
head.
don't understand it.
Yeah,
I mean,
ask her like people like, what did you do?
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
women
What's your
wanna know,
secret?
like, what did you do? Yeah,
What's
what's
your
your
secret? I want abs like yours. You don't want to tell it.
No, you don't.
I busted my ass training,
Really
and I
hard,
like really restricted everything.
Yeah.
You can't have it. Oh, but I drink on weekends. No,
No, you're undoing all this good stuff you've done in the week.
And you've Amy, you've changed a lot lately. Working with Dom and
Huge.
I've changed completely.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the whole paleo thing, but
What's your
just
secret?
just put the nut butter down.
Don't eat too much.
Yeah, for me it was all the like just fats and things like that, and
Too many.
just too many fats, because I think with paleo it's kind of like
Gives you a free license.
yeah, I was always kind of like, I didn't want to track anything. I didn't want to write it down, because like I think even like most women when they grow up, you've kind of come from like whether it's an eating disorder or just like
Restrictive
just
mindset,
restricting your body, and I did that when I was 17, 18 or whatever. So I didn't want that like obsession to come back.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's fine, I can eat it, I train, and I was kind of training, but you do want to look good as well. And I just like, for me it wasn't even like that. Like I always said I didn't want to look good. I just was happy with what was on the bar.
Yeah.
But it comes into it then after a while. You're like, okay, I'm putting all this training in. I want to be really happy with my body, which I was. Like I'm happy because I'm strong.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy.
I think it's a journey as well for a lot of people.
It is,
Again, for like both male and female, I think it's a journey, because you go through that stage where I don't care about, like when I was weightlifting, I didn't care about, I was
What-
like
yeah.
96, 98
Yeah.
kilos. Yeah, just gained, but lifting heavy shitty weights.
And that's
stuff
kind of
like
what
that.
I was like,
And
'cause
Susan went like, bit of an head on you.
You know what it is as well? It's what's accepted in whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
weightlifting, it's accepted.
It's
You can go
okay
eat
to
donuts, you know. It makes you strong. Powerlifting, they put on bulk because they can lift strong. They
Like
can lift
today I was
strong.
told to do it, like I was like, oh, you're 84, we need you in 94.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you do that? Just
eat,
Barry and Wayne, like just eat what you want.
Eat.
Yeah.
I was like, really? I don't have to do paleo? And they're like, no, just fucking eat what you want. Every day. Awesome.
I actually eat more now, like especially carbs and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's made me so much more relaxed with food.
Yeah.
That like if I need to eat, I'm not running around the shop like, oh, where's the nuts? I can eat oatcakes of a peanut butter, or I can have oats or rice,
Yeah.
and it's just made me so relaxed with food, and it's fine. It works.
Regarding body image, then, for like obviously the CrossFit phenomenon, body image for women has changed dramatically.
Yeah.
Women,
It's gone from
it's
thick and thick.
cool to
Everyone
be
wants to have muscles.
have
Yeah,
shoulders,
yeah.
have a back,
Yeah.
have an ass.
about the
Like it
ass.
is cool. So like it's really so.
I'll give you one cheek.
So with that, how have you found the body image and how people kind of come? I know you were saying like when you were leaning out, people were like, "Oh, you're too lean" and stuff like that. But just for yourselves and like kind of the people you kind of hang around, because you're all on social media, and as much as I know people tend to hate it, but people that follow you would tend to look up to you, or they're stalking you.
They want to know what you do.
And they want to know what you do.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of find out with like kind of people you're working with and friends and training with, like body image? Because in the CrossFit box, everyone wants the same thing, but when you're out in the street, it's like
I always just try to explain that what works for me might not work for you.
Yeah.
This is what I eat, but I'm not telling you to eat that way, because people want it. When I put up that photo of like what I've done and how I've changed, people are like, "Oh, tell me what you eat every day." And it's
exactly
like, and it's like, if you, even if I put up my meal plan, it might not work for you.
But do you find that when you put up that picture that you ended up trying to explain yourself?
A little bit, because for me, I try and avoid, like, even though in my blog post I mentioned scales and weight, like people were asking me, like, you know, like it is, because women they do, like, it is, they'll look at the weight, and even if they're putting on weight, they will panic. And I kind of said to some people, like, I didn't really want to mention weight, because I don't want to put a negative kind of like thing on that, because people will be like, "Oh, she cut that, what did you eat?" Because it is in our minds.
Did you think that they thought less rather than more?
Yeah,
You'll always
definitely.
get that, like, "Oh, you must eat nothing," or you must have to eat a special diet. I get it's the looks you get on holidays when you're in a bikini. It's kind of generally kind of for men and for women, but for women they go, "Oh my God, How did
You
you
get
get
those
those?
abs.
Look at her shoulders. And, like,
they want
you're
details.
strong. Well, you're not even. It's not, I wouldn't be strutting or anything, but you're literally walking to get off the sun lounger. I'm comfortable in my body, so like the looks don't bother me. But it's the little whispers.
Yeah.
I bet she
You just
doesn't
get used to
hear
it.
Yeah.
And I think that's changing. Like I think as you were saying with scale, I think what generally a lot of clients when I start with them, I don't want them near scales.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of when we have clients in the program a little bit longer, as right now I want you to step on scales because you're not worried about it. So if you lose in
Don't
2
be
weeks,
afraid.
don't be. That's the thing, the fear of stepping on the scales.
Yeah.
And like we have like kind of like the way we kind of work it is like if you lose for 3 weeks, I need you to maintain for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't because then you because all right, I want you to maintain the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's it. If you gain, we're good, we're happy.
Yeah.
And then you'll be ready for another weight loss because everyone wants to just start
Yeah.
just happen, and it never will. And you'll
No one has the patience. They just want that quick fix.
But they wanted it. They wanted in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to a wedding, or I'm going.
Yeah.
So I need to.
All
It doesn't
these
happen.
teas and
And I don't want to put
Things
the
that
effort
people are
into
drinking.
it. Like I get so many emails since the show of like, oh, what do you eat? And will you do my diet plan and blah blah blah. And I just ask them to simply track their food for a week, and I never hear back from them. They
You
can't
don't
even
want
put
that
that
magic
effort
pill.
in to track the food for a week if you don't want it that much.
Because it's almost like when you have something really bad and you've been trying to be good, that you get that guilty
Guilt,
feeling.
yeah, and it won't be on the
And
sheet.
actually, when you actually physically see it in black and white, it's much harder for you to
Yeah.
absorb.
Yeah.
Jesus, I didn't eat all that milk,
Yeah.
and you actually have when
Yeah.
you literally write
Yeah.
it
that
down.
was like me
you know?
for my fitness pal when I started because before I kind of did it myself at the start of the year and like my fats were like hugely in a minus. I wasn't getting enough carbs, I wasn't getting enough protein. I was just like, oh my god, like how much fats have I been eating? All this nut butter. And
But when you start paleo, it's like
It gives you free license. Bulletproof coffee, nut butter, cashew almonds. It's like,
avocados and that.
So if you had one thing to kind of say to any woman or mainly teenage girls or something like that if they're exercising and they're conscious about self-conscious, like what would it be? Just kind of one-liner kind of
to help them
just to help them like.
be yourself and just be happy with what you are in that moment, and like stop worrying about, oh, I want to look like that person, or I want to be like that person, or oh, even if it's a better goal would be I want to lift that weight, have a different goal and your body will change.
No, that's good.
Basically, just you have a look at yourself, look at your body type. That's a huge thing for women. If you're not that, if your shoulders are wide or your back is wide, that's your makeup.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
You're not gonna
change that structure, So you have to look at your body and say, well, maybe if I lost a couple of pounds, this might go in here, or my shoulders might be much leaner. And just be happy with what God gave you, basically.
And just try to improve yourself, be a better version of
you're
yourself.
unique. Don't stop looking on social media and comparing she's got skinny arms, she's got these long legs. Like you're unique, and no one else can be you.
Exactly.
And that's really that's amazing.
As well, asking why do you want to be like that?
Yeah.
What is your reason? Is it something in your past where someone said something to you? Why do you want to be ripped? What are you trying to prove to someone? Is it for yourself? Is it for someone else? Why?
People think by being ripped it gives
Why?
them confidence.
He's like, stop asking me why.
It'll make them this person.
I just want to have.
Generally, it doesn't.
I think with a lot of people, and I'm sure anyone who's kind of like really was obsessive about food, you think that you're going to lose weight and success and happiness is going to come, and it doesn't always come. Like because you're miserable, you're not eating, or you're hungry, and you get to this nice weight that you always wanted to be, and you're still miserable, and then you're like, why am I still miserable? I'm skinny.
Because you've never dealt with what's really what's
And
happening
as well,
on the inside.
when is enough? When are you actually happy?
Exactly.
You think, oh, you have abs now, but then you start looking at other things.
And you're like,
There's always something. There's always something.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the start of our 3-part show, and we've just finished part 1. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back in 60 seconds, but you're going to see this in 2 weeks. So catch you later. Hey guys, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button and check out FSMRX and be the first to get the latest interviews with top coaches and athletes. Also check out 365 Results for better tips and hints on fitness. Go over to our website crossfitfsm.ie and download your free Rogue Nutrition ebook, and check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CrossFit FSM.